I'm originally from Wisconsin. That's what this is. Because you can take the girl out of Wisconsin, but you can never take the out of her voice. And in the summer of 1976, every Midwestern farm kid was dressed head to toe in red, white, and blue in honor of the bicentennial. And my 8-year-old, bad math, 7-year-old self was of no exception. So on that summer day in 76, I was dressed in red, white, and blue shorts and a white t-shirt with a bedazzled flag across the front. And I was playing a game of horse with my next-door neighbor, Michelle, who was my best friend. Now, I lived in a town of 711 people. In my family, we made up the 11. And the greatest level of diversity in this town was that you were either Catholic or Lutheran. That's right, 2 religions worshiping the same God differently, and we still managed to fight about it. Now, at the center of this chaos on religion in the 1970s in my little town was the pastor of the Lutheran Church, who preached actively not to hang out with those Catholics in a town of 711, where you didn't really have a lot of choices, but would preach actively. And if you were in the Sunday school and you were caught hanging out with a Catholic, your punishment was more scripture. That's right, scripture was your punishment. You would have to memorize more scripture if you were caught with those Catholics. Now, you've probably figured this out by the clue that I gave you earlier, that my family was part of the Catholic contingent. You knew that because I said I came from a family of 11. My mother was a devout Catholic and couldn't read a calendar, and so 9 kids she had. And so on this day when I was hanging out with my Lutheran friend and we were playing horse, she had just made a fantastic shot, and as I position myself and the ball just slips from my fingers, she does not yell out, "H!" as I would have expected. And I look at her and her gaze has diverted, and she is looking at the end of her driveway. And I follow that gaze, and I see a little black Datsun has pulled into the end of the driveway. And out of it steps a very tall man dressed in all black and 1 white strip. And she looks at me in a panic, and for just a minute you can tell she's trying to figure out if she can hide me. And while I might be short, I'm wearing a bedazzled flag. There's no hiding me. And so as he walks up with a broad smile on his face and he says, "Good afternoon, girls," I am trying to be the most polite person ever, because as he was walking down the driveway, she looked at me and grabbed my shoulders and said, "Don't do anything Catholic." And I thought, what does she think I'm gonna do, like genuflect? Maybe say a quick rosary? An audible prayer to Saint Sebastian, the patron saint of athletics? And I'm like, it's fine. I am a very kind and courteous young girl. And as he comes up, broad smile and all, he says, "Good afternoon." And I say in my best, sweetest, nicest voice, "Hello, Father." And his face falls, and he stomps into the house to talk to her mother, and she turns to me and explains that Lutherans do not refer to their pastors as father. That's like the most Catholic thing I could have done, other than brought out the statue of the Virgin Mary. I didn't know. But because of that slip, my friend Michelle knows the book of Romans better than anyone. Thank you.